Good afternoon from Russell Kamer. It's a beautiful day, a little warm, but it's a beautiful day. I wanted to talk a little bit about workforce planning, recruitment, sourcing, getting people into jobs that are the right job for them at the right time and the right place, and preferably with the right leader, someone who is going to work with them and help grow them, disrupt, adapt, grow. Quite often, people, especially recruitment agencies all over the world, don't necessarily look at the right fit for the person or for the organization. Sometimes people are blurred and blinded by disrupted, distressed, disturbed, taken off track by family and by stuff in the media. And they look at a company because of brand, not because of the fit. And if you don't have suitable strategic HR, you just have functional and transactional, you don't necessarily have the right equipment and policies and procedures in place in order to get the right person in the right job with a best fit, as I just said. So the workforce planning is really important. Having a timeline and a process in order to get people into a job and knowing whether it's 1 month or 3 months or 6 months, depending on the level of expertise and the level of the job, from entry level up to C-suite or CEO or director or general manager, then we need to do a process that is thorough and kind and fair to everybody involved. Because change starts at the top and cascades down. But if the communication channels are not efficient and effective, then you can build a huge amount of resistance and people will be like, no, not doing it. So quite often people have job descriptions, but the job descriptions are not fitted, matched, coordinated with the competencies that people are going to have their performance measured against. The other aspect of that is not having a personnel specification. The personnel specification is extremely valuable because it gives you what is essential in order to do the job. Then it has desirable. Now, if you have the desirables and you don't have the essentials, you are not a good fit. And no one should be placing you into that position because of Worcester, friendship, or whatever. Reputation is everything. And if you don't take care of reputation, it can be destroyed in seconds. So workforce planning. Job summaries, job descriptions, personnel specifications, proper interviews with behaviourally stated questions, so you can get a reliable and valid response without terrifying the candidate and finding out if they're a good fit for your organisation. Are they someone who's going to come in and stay in that position, or are they somebody that can be identified and have career and succession planning or be part of the talent pool? Not everybody has ambition, and not everybody needs to have ambition. We need the worker bees as much as we need the stars. And not everybody's a star depending on the circumstances and the situation they are in. If you use Prism brain mapping, you can do benchmarks with applicants. So you set up a benchmark with people who are recognised as good at the job, maybe the supervisors and maybe the person who's over the entire group. And then you build a benchmark based on the 8 dimensions that are most important for that particular role. The 3 most important and the 2 least important, because the others you can flex reasonably in place. It's vital to get the right person in the right job at the right time. And if you don't get them in the right place, they're not going to succeed. And then you set a self-fulfilling prophecy up, and with that, you get failure. I was in a conversation last week with somebody, and they were telling me about a friend of theirs who is an architectural engineer graduate, and she's been placed in an HR department. This is not fair on her, and this is not fair on the HR department, and it's not going to be successful. And then she has to overcome that in her next career move. So basically, make sure your policies and procedures are in place. They do not have to be followed rigidly. They need to be able to be flexed according to situations. And that is healthy, not unhealthy. But get The right person in the right job at the right place and the right time with the right leader. Something I feel very passionate about, as you can tell. So over and out until next time. Thank you very much for your ears.